on?
Yeah, let's go. So you played Tampa.
Jalen, Nick's been under a lot of criticism this week for some of his decision-making. You obviously get a unique perspective as one of his players. Can you kind of give us behind-the-scenes look on what Nick's like as a head coach, and especially during maybe some turbulent times?
I've been really focused on just attacking every day, and I think this team has been the same way. And Nick's putting his best effort forward and doing that, and he's doing a great job in leading, delivering a message, and in the end, we just have to stay together through any moment. I mentioned it in the game. I mention it all the time, but just not riding waves and keeping the main thing the main thing. That's what we're focused on, and that's what I'll try and do to, lead us in that way.
David, it seems like you play Tampa like every year. It's almost like they're in the NFC East, it seems. You played them so often.
Yeah.
How much does that familiarity help you going forward here today?
Well, I think it's been different. It's been different every time we've played them. Different time of the year, different moment, different offense, different approach, philosophy, if you will. And so I got a ton of respect for him. Coach Ty Bowles, and when what he does, he creates a lot of great opportunities for his defense and his team, and they're a really good offense as well. So, we just gotta come and execute, play clean football. Gotta come and execute and play clean football versus a team like that.
After we've talked about the ability to pick up blitzes so much in recent history, going against that defense, are you eager to see how you fare against them?
I'm just excited for another opportunity to play this week. It's a great opponent, a great challenge. We just want to go out there and give our best.
Do you feel like you're in a better position to handle those this year?
Yeah, I think I'm wiser, I'm older, more seasoned in some areas, and I think that helps us.
After the win there in the regular season last year, you referenced
And the different things that I've learned, with the new staff.
Sorry. After the win in the regular season, you referenced the playoff game the first time around, saying it was a feeling you had not forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a similar sentiment to the playoffs last year?
Yes and no. I don't know that I can explain why, but yes and no.
You like to say you either win or you learn. So can you say what you learned from that game last year, that when you and as you look back on it through the offseason and even as you get ready this week?
It's hard for me to reflect on it right now. This is a new team we have, a new groove we have, and I think about the most important thing, not the past, not the future, but what about right now. And I think about the identity of this football team we have, and I can't tell you what that is. I can't tell you what that is because we haven't had our nucleus together to really go out there and create that. And so the beautiful thing is that everyone has opportunities in these moments. And as you see last week with the opportunity guys had and stepped up, and regardless of what it looks like, just want to play team football and play together and find ways to win. That's what it's about.
What's the benefit of having a veteran like Paris Campbell on the practice squad that you can use during games?
Yeah, I just think his professionalism when he comes into work, his will to learn, how invested he is. You can see that clearly, as I said, those times where we've had to build that chemistry. You know who your guys are, but you never know when your opportunity and your number is going to be called. And I just think guys have done a great job of stepping up, and I have a ton of trust in all of those guys. I think it's a funny moment to me, and I wouldn't have acknowledged it in the huddle. But in the huddle, I looked in the huddle one time, and I saw so many different faces. But the game goes on. It's truly a next man up mentality, and that's a testament to the work that everyone puts in this building.
Johanna was talking last week about how you and him are still kind of working on the chemistry and your timing. How long does that take? I mean, he came so late in camp. You didn't get a ton of reps with him. You still haven't had a ton of reps with him. So now you've got guys in the huddle that are new guys.
Yeah,
how does that process work?
I think that's all a product of what the identity of your team is, and we've got guys coming in, and we know what their roles are. it can look a different way each week. And so I think everybody just has to be willing to learn, willing to do their part in that moment, and being selfless and doing what's best for the team. And Jahan's a guy that can obviously help us in a ton of ways.
I
Jalen, do you
respect
feel
where
like
you're
you,
coming from with next man up, but
I'm sorry?
I respect where you're coming from with next man up. But A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith are obviously unique players. Does the offense need, for lack of a better term, does it need to be reinvented or changed if those guys aren't out there?
Reinvented and changed. I don't think those are the words. I think that everybody is here and has something that makes them great. And so it comes down to putting them in positions to shine in the places that they excel.
Jalen, do you feel like you've become more of a vocal leader to this point in the season? And if so, what's the reasoning behind it?
That's a question, man. That's a question. I don't do well with those type of questions. I gotta talk about myself, but I just I definitely come in and I just try and be in the moment with everything, and obviously I know there are a lot of eyes, and I know I set the pace, and ultimately you just want everybody to know the vision. You want everybody to know the vision and know that everybody role matters. And that's communicated by action, that's communicated by work, the time that you put in, the extra meetings that we're having, and then obviously just speaking and communicating, Ultimately, people want to play with people that play hard and are the great teammates. And I think I've just tried to, be the best I can be for the team, and do that.
You've had so much success with the conventional tush-push brother stuff, whatever. Do you ever not want to run the variation just because you've been so successful? And how did that conversation go on the 4th and 1? It was a long conversation with Nick before you ran that.
No, it's just a matter of executing whatever is called. I'm okay with whatever gets called from Coach and Kellen. It's just a matter of making it happen and executing. Came up short there.
Why do you think that one didn't work?
I'm sorry?
When you looked at it, why did you think that it didn't work that particularly?
It just was not good execution, not good alignment. So
I don't know how you are in production meetings, but I know you look for different places to learn. Tom Brady's calling the game this week. Is that an opportunity for you to pick his brain, to learn in the production meeting?
I don't know that he's allowed to do those.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Last one.
as far as like Johnny Wilson goes, he's a pretty unique receiver being that tall. Do you throw a ball any differently to somebody that size? Do you throw it up higher? I mean, how do you account for that?
You just try and get it to him. You try and get it to him. I think that's no different than anyone. Obviously, he's got something that you can't coach in his size. And you just want to give him an opportunity to make a play. That's not just him. That's everyone. All the guys giving him an opportunity to make a play. That's the timing. That's the trust. That's the time spent, the conversations that I'm talking about that just build it. And I think I'll wrap it up here. But I think there's been a ton of different opportunities to learn throughout the season so far. It feels like it's been longer than what it's been. But we spent a lot of time up here grinding, trying to get on the same page with different things, from player to coach and coach to player and player to player. And it's just been so many great things to learn from in these first 3 games. And I think there's been different situations that have came up, different nuances of the game that, we have to be mindful of that have come up, and we've had to learn from them. And so it's a great opportunity for us to continue to press the point of taking steps, not being repeat offenders in certain instances, and continue to grow situationally with our fundamentals, how we're processing certain moments, everybody being on the same page, and I'm just growing. It's obviously a ton of opportunity there, but we have to ultimately do it together. We have to do it together, and I'm not afraid to lead in that.
Thanks, Dylan.